Dear Elena and Elijah, and dear fellow fathers. Elena, Elijah, you might hear yourself in the background. And to the audience, you might hear my... Look. See what I mean? Okay, so dear Elena and Elijah, of course, I love when you all interrupt me because even when I'm working, that would rather not be around anybody else. Okay, so Operation Fatherhood channel here. Please like, subscribe, and share, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. So, Elena and Elijah, and my fellow fathers, okay, those of you who have gone through a divorce, I hate to say this, though, those of you who probably will, maybe one day will go through a divorce. Divorce is not a fun thing, and it's not a fun thing to even think that people will one day go through it. But, however, it is reality that others will go through it today, tomorrow, and in years to come. Even us so-called Christians, which again before I've said in the previous video, I don't agree with divorce. I had to let it happen, but I would never agree with it. So, considering that divorce has happened in my life, divorce will happen in your life, there will come a loneliness. Well, let me backtrack. For those who have not cheated, right, and have not had another person all along that they were trying to be with. And they might even experience this too. But for those of us who didn't and had to go through a divorce, there will come a time of loneliness. And in that loneliness, you will probably experience a lot of different stages of emotions. You'll go through frustrations. You'll go through, excuse me, try not to laugh at my son being quiet for me. But you'll go through just different stages of grief. It's like I've said before, and I learned from previous people, not anything I've learned. I've said that was great, but that you'll go through, it's like going through. Okay, this is not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be very serious, but my little midgets keep running up here while I'm trying to record a quick video. So you have to deal with loneliness. When you don't have your beautiful kids with you, if you have any, you have to deal with loneliness, and it's a sad thing to deal with. It's a frustrating thing to deal with. The holidays is right around the corner. A couple of days here, and if you're watching in the States, Thanksgiving is around the corner, and this will be the first Thanksgiving in years since before I got married that I'll be by myself. And, I was talking to a friend recently where, I was encouraging this person that, they were saying, they were ready because they're going through their own divorce. And they were saying, oh, I'm just so ready to be done because, I can't even go on a date if I want to because they're a religious person like myself. It's not something they wanted. They just had to go through it. And they're like, I can't even go on a date if I wanted to and stuff like that. And I was trying to remind them, too, something that I was reminded of, which is I understand wanting to get back and date again because I was wanting to do the same thing. I was getting on dating apps because I, just accepted that, my ex was done and was not coming back. But the thing about that was, and somebody else reminded me, which what I was trying to remind to that person, which is, even when we're given that divorce, when we're, I'm trying to be too loud for my kids, when we're given that decree, that papers, it's official, it's done, single man again, whatever, right? We shouldn't be in a rush to go back dating again. And I hope you can still hear this because now they're being loud. But it's one of those things where, I was reminded, I told them, look, we got to take time out for ourselves. We have to do some growth for ourselves. We have to do physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, if that's the case. Really making sure that we're whole and that we're well. And the thing for me is I want to be sure that if God does open that door again, if I'm allowed to be married to that wonderful godly sister, that I hope to be with for the rest of my days, one, I don't want to go through another divorce. And I want to make sure that I'm whole and that the person that I'm pursuing and that I'm trying to be with is really not the same person that I was just with, but I'm just doing the whole marriage thing over again just to be with somebody else because I don't want to be alone, so-called. We have to remember we can still make terrible mistakes because of the I don't want to be alone factor in our well-being. So that's what I would say and want to encourage you all who have to face divorce. Take that time out to grow. I've had people even tell me take about a year or two, but be celibate, be healthy, work on yourself, then move forward. Operation Fatherhood channel here. Peace.